Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can see me. I am officially like 1 minute early, which is pretty amazing for me. I'm usually a little bit late. So if you're already here, thank you for being here. Please let me know if you can see me okay, hear me okay. And of course, let me know if there's any lag because I do have slow internet. So just let me know. Takes a while for the comments to come through. So if I'm not responding to your comments, that is why. Okay, cool. You can see me, you can hear me, all good. Please let me know if I seem clear or if I'm laggy at all. I am on my good Wi-Fi, so hopefully I'm not laggy today. Good morning, good morning. Hi, everybody. Oh, yay, I'm glad everybody's here. Let me turn on the fan real fast. Okay. All right. Andrew, thank you so much. Wait, where did your comment go? I'm going to pop it up. Thank you. I also want to say thank you to everybody who helped me share the Pistol Daisy cover. I was so excited to reveal it on Friday, and it's doing pretty well on Amazon. I know this doesn't mean a whole lot, but it is a #1 new release in the teen historical fiction category. So thank you to everybody who's like supported me, pre-ordered, helped share the cover. I really do appreciate it. Okay, no lag, I'm clear. Good, 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 good. Melanie, we can talk about it all day if you want to. I could talk about it all day. All right. You guys are so nice. Thank you, everybody. Tasha, good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right, sweet. So you guys are so nice. Thank you, Bethany. Yeah, so I have been, like I've said multiple times, I have had that cover ready for so long, and I wanted to share it so bad, but I finally was able to share it. And the Whiskey City cover is done as well, but of course, you guys won't be seeing that one for another few months. But I'm really glad you guys like the Pistol Daisy cover. And the funny thing is that a lot of people have been telling me like, oh, I'm not really interested in the Western genre, but the book cover makes me want to read the book, which is fantastic because I know a lot of people shy away from Western. It's not like a super popular genre, at least within our community. But I think Pistol Daisy can be enjoyed by people who just like adventure stories. They like strong female characters. They like a good revenge story. So it is in a Western setting, but it's not like a stereotypical Western. So I hope people who are not big fans of Westerns can still enjoy it. Oh, Shelby, thank you so much. Yeah, and a lot of people help me share the cover, and I really appreciate that. Like, we have such a close community here, and it was amazing to see everybody sharing the cover on their own platforms. So thank you, guys. Yeah, see, like Hannah says, I've never read a Western. Yeah, and I really want Pistol Daisy to be able to reach out to people who don't know the genre at all and just be like a comfortable kind of crossover. Because again, Pistol Daisy is not like stereotypical Western. It's very much like a new adult action adventure twist on that Western genre. Yeehaw, exactly. Wait, where did it go? Yeah, with your grandpa. That's how I knew of Westerns as well. I used to watch them with my grandpa all the time. Sarah, hi Sarah, good to see you. And I agree, we do need more female characters in Westerns. And that's what we have in Pistol Daisy. Thank you, Letitia. That's really nice. You guys are fantastic. So let me know what you guys are going to be working on today. It's my plan to, Ariana, that made me laugh. That's fun. So it's my plan today to be working on the Whiskey City outline. I have not worked on it at all since my stream with Brooke and Mandy. I have not even looked at my outline, and I'm a little bit intimidated by it. I can tell you that, and I don't know why. I'm just feeling a little bit scared, I guess, to jump back into outlining. But today I'm going to sit down and kind of make a, I don't want to say outline, like make a general bullet pointed list of everything that I know needs to happen in Pistol Daisy, you know, the themes I want to play off of, the character arcs, the emotional story. So instead of diving right into the like scene by scene outline, I think I'm going to do like a very general outline and then slowly go deeper. Even though I already have the book written, I of course want to go back over it one more time, make sure that the story is there. Let's see. Natalie, hi. So Pistol Daisy is coming out Tuesday, June 9th, 2020. Hang on, let me fix my fan again. There we go, it's working now. So it seems like a lot of people are working on fantasies today. Oh, Kayla, I'm happy to know that somebody else is outlining as well. And it's funny because recently I've come to realize that I'm really intimidated by outlining, even though I've done it for years and I have always been a plotter. I've always been an outliner. I'm struggling more and more with it. And I think that's because I'm learning how to tell better stories. And through that, I'm realizing how much work has to go into my outlines. And sometimes it scares me and I just get intimidated. But that's what this live stream is for. It's kind of forcing me to sit down and just work on it instead of playing Sims, which is what I would be doing if we weren't streaming right now. Ooh, a quest fantasy. That sounds fun. A cozy mystery. I love cozy mysteries. Let's see what else people are working on. That sounds awesome. Cinderella and Howl's Moving Castle retelling. Oh my gosh. I love Howl's Moving Castle so much. Thank you so much for pre-ordering. I really do appreciate that. Okay, so now that we're all here, we've been streaming for about 5 minutes, I would like to go ahead and just dive into our first sprint. Pants are here. Yep, I feel ya. So what do you guys think about our first sprint? My preference would probably be around like 15 minutes, but let me know what you guys want. You just came off of Sims. Yeah, I haven't played yet today, but I really want to. Thank you so much. Oh my. Thank you. Tifa might want out too. I appreciate it. I think Tifa wants out. He's just stuck right there. Okay, let's see. 15, 20. It seems like people are generally happy with 15. Cool, so let's go ahead and do a 15-minute sprint. Greg just brought me coffee. Okay. And for anybody who's new here, I see a lot of familiar faces, but for anybody who is new here, I'll turn off my mic. Tifa, I'm gonna have to let Tifa out. I'll turn off my mic when we're sprinting, just because I like to play music. And if I play music, then I can get a copyright strike because I'm not allowed to have it in my video. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on a 15-minute timer here. And then if anybody kind of joins us in the comments and they're confused as to why I'm not talking and why it's silent, we could just let them know it's because of my copyright strikes for music. Okay. All right, 15 minutes. The sound that Tifa made sounds like the noise my cat would make. Yep, Tifa is very, very chatty. He likes to talk a lot. Everybody's saying good morning to Tifa. Yes, Tifa. Okay, let me do this. All right, so we have our 15-minute writing sprint there at the bottom. Cool. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and start our 15-minute sprint. I'm going to mute myself, and I will be back very soon. And Sarah, yes, I am drinking coffee with vanilla almond milk this morning as well. All right, 15 minutes. Here we go. Okay, everybody, that was 15 minutes. How did it go? Turn that off. Nice, I've almost finished outlining my second scene. That's awesome. Personally, what I started doing for this was, I'll show you guys. I have this here. This is my Whiskey City outline. However, some things need to change on it. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of reading the outline I have currently, which I wrote the second draft based on. So I'm referencing that big board with all of my like scene cards on it. And then I'm moving those over here into my campfire program. And I'm totally re-outlining. So I hope a lot of this I can reuse. I just need to, of course, change things in order to make it work cohesively with all the changes I made in Pistol Daisy. Because I wrote Whiskey City, and then I went back to finish Pistol Daisy, and now I'm back to Whiskey City. So I'm not really sure if this is the best method of outlining, but it's a little funky to be outlining while I already have the book written. So hopefully I can figure it out. Well done, 600 words, 516 words. Yeah, Linda, the like having a whiteboard helps me so much because especially when I'm first starting to outline, it's helpful to like physically see something in front of me. So I can like physically write something down and put it on the board and then flip through everything. I can see all the scenes. I can move things around if I need to. So having that visual, like a physical representation of my outline is really helpful. Ooh, Bree, that's very exciting. I can't wait for the Cursed Hunter to come out. June, you guys, is going to be a fantastic month for books. Samantha, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Ooh, that's good news. Leah says, I finally broke through the hump keeping me from continuing my story. So tell us, how did you do that? Like, what did you have to do to push forward? Because usually what I have to do, if I'm stuck, I have to go back and figure out where I went wrong. And then I usually have to go back to my outline and figure out what I'm doing. So it's quite a process when I get stuck. Grace, that's awesome. There are a ton of good books coming out in June. So hopefully you can get them all for your birthday. Let's see. That's interesting. When I write an outline, it starts to feel two-dimensional. I have to keep it in my head. I'm completely opposite. I have to get it out of my head or else I feel kind of stressed out. I feel overwhelmed because I feel like I have to remember everything. So once I get it out of my head onto a sticky note, then I can use my energy, my brain energy for other things. Let's see. Andrew, that's exciting. The big 21. And I thought I saw a question up here. Yeah, so if you guys have any like questions, anything you want to chat about, go ahead and drop it in the comments box. My plan is to sprint and then chat just a little bit, answer a few questions, and then we're going to dive right back into a sprint, probably here in like 3 minutes. So we'll probably sprint again like at the hour. Whoop, wrong one. Samantha, yes. Enchanted Ink Publishing just recently started offering formatting services, so we can format both with InDesign or Microsoft Word, kind of depending on your needs. So if you're interested in formatting, you can just visit enchantedinkpublishing.com and learn more about it there. Let's see, any other questions? Yes, writing is weird. I 100% agree. That's interesting. So Heather says I need to draft first and then outline. I have learned that that helps me a lot too. But what I do is I'll outline and then I'll write the first draft and then I'll go back to the outline because it will have changed. Like organically while I'm writing a draft, the story just changes and grows on its own. So for me, it's kind of a process of outline and then write a draft and then outline and then write a draft. And I'm consistently bouncing back and forth. That's a good idea too. Like brainstorming and listing out a bunch of things. Couple questions here. Oops. Let's see. Have you ever considered vlogging the whole process through story conception to finishing the draft? I feel like I kind of have done that. Billy, I'm not sure if you've checked out my playlist of vlogs, but I've done quite a few vlogs, especially when I was first writing Pistol Daisy. I vlogged almost the entire process of writing it and like to the point of publishing it too. So you can check out my playlist of vlog content if you're interested in that. Let's see, any other questions? Here's a good question. Do you use Scrivener and how do you set it up? I do use Scrivener. However, I haven't been using it for Pistol Daisy. And I think the reason for that is just that the Pistol Daisy books tend to be very short. Pistol Daisy is about 40,000 words, which makes it about 150 pages in a paperback. And with such a short book, I find that I'm able to kind of remember where everything's at. I'm able to maintain that. However, when I wrote Song of the Dryad, when I wrote Highborn, Way of Spears, or not Highborn, but when I wrote Song of the Dryad and Way of Spears, I definitely used Scrivener because those were big projects, and Scrivener allows me to see like a corkboard view of every single scene, every chapter, and that really helps me. Okay, I'll answer one more question, and then we're going to jump back into a sprint. Let's see. Oh, Darren, hey, it's nice to see you here. Let's see. This is a great question. I don't outline, but find it interesting. Do you always use the same amount of scenes or do they vary? So for me, it definitely varies. I am trying to use the story beats in Save the Cat. So with that, there's kind of a basic idea of like how many big scenes are in the novel. But then there are also like the fun and games beat and other beats that require multiple scenes. So for me, every book is a little bit different. Like I said, Pistol Daisy right now is 40,000 words, and Whiskey City Draft 2 is sitting at 50,000 words. So that one has more scenes and more chapters just because the story is expanding and getting more dense. So I always have a different amount of scenes, both when I'm writing and when I'm outlining. Okay, so we answered some questions. Let's go ahead and dive into another sprint. I'd like to do a longer one. Let me know what you guys think. I'd probably say like 20 to 25 minutes. What are your thoughts? And while you guys are typing that in, I want to answer Allison's question. What about Song of the Dryad 2? I finished reading book 1 a few weeks ago and loved it. Thank you so much, Allison, for the support. I do really appreciate that. And I do want to write Song of the Dryad 2. I started writing it in 2018 for NaNoWriMo, and I did not like the way it was going, so I have to totally redo it and figure out where the heck that story is going. But yes, I really want to write the second book in that duology. Let's see, I'm seeing a lot of 25s. Hi, Heather, welcome. Okay, so it seems like people are generally happy with 25. So let's do that. Okay, I'm going to put it on here. Got to fix my banner. All right, sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. And let's do a 25-minute writing sprint. Okay, I will see you guys in 25 minutes. Okay, everybody, time is up. How did you all do? I had a really good sprint. So let me know how yours went. No, Anita, I didn't forget about you. I just stepped away for a minute. Let's see, what app do I use? I use StreamYard. I'm not muted, right? Okay. So let me know how you guys did. Let me turn this banner off. So I had a really good sprint. What I ended up doing was I got out my Save the Cat Writes a Novel, and I found this section at the back of the book. Here it is. There's a section at the back that talks about how to write a series using the beat sheet. And it actually got me really excited because I've been struggling to figure out how to structure a series because this is the first series that I'm writing and I definitely feel a little bit lost. But this helped because it shows me how to break down the overarching story within either 3 books or 4 books. And I'm kind of aiming for the Pistol Daisy series to be 4 books long. So I feel like I have a roadmap now about how to structure Whiskey City and then the next 2 books after that. So I kind of wrote this down and then I was chatting with Greg a little bit. As you guys probably know, he helps me a lot with he's been helping me a lot with the outlines and just getting story ideas. So we were discussing it and coming up with ideas. So I didn't write much during that sprint, but I got a lot of ideas. So I'm feeling pretty good. Let's see. 500 words for Kayla. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, Bandy. 1,400. Let me close my door real quick. Hang on. Greg was talking out there, so it was a little bit loud. Oh my gosh, Sarah. 1,326 words. This is why the long sprints are so helpful. K.A. Weaver, or wait, let's see. Yes, I need to break down already and just get Save the Cat. It is so helpful, especially for somebody I've been outlining for years, but this has really taught me what to look for in a story structure. I've mentioned on my channel before that being a good writer and being a good storyteller, I think, are totally different things. I can put words and sentences together in an appealing way, but when it comes to telling a good story, I struggle. It's really hard for me. So this has been amazing because it's kind of teaching me the beats and the emotional beats that I need to hit throughout the course of a novel in order for it to feel like a full story. So I highly recommend this if you haven't picked it up. And I do have it in the description down below, a link directly to it. Let's see. Sarah says, Save the Cat is really fantastic. It has made such a difference in my writing. I feel much more focused. I agree completely. Because when I used to sit down to outline, I didn't really know what beats I was trying to outline for. I would just sit down and brainstorm and get all these crazy ideas and then just start kind of aligning them and I could figure it out. But this, it's like I know exactly what I'm trying to do. I know, okay, I need a catalyst and then I need a midpoint twist and then I need, the all is lost. And having that laid out for me has made outlining so much easier. I love this book. Highly recommend it. It's down below. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is fun. Tasha says, I love how I can use this time to do other creative things too. Absolutely. I enjoy watching people's productivity streams as well, because sometimes I have things I need to do that isn't necessarily writing. Like for example, I have not done my bullet journal for next week yet. So I'll have to take time today to do my bullet journal. And maybe if somebody's doing a productivity stream, I can jump on there with them. So do you guys, oh, is April here? April K, where are you? I don't see you, but somebody mentioned you. Hi, April. Good to see you here. So does anybody have any questions? I would like to do one more sprint after this, probably like another 20-minute sprint. And then I have to go and run errands today, which is a little bit scary. I like just staying in my house right now. So let me know if you have any questions, anything you want to chat about before we jump into one more sprint. Would you say Save the Cat is exclusive info, or could the information be found for free online? I don't know if it's online for free. Personally, I would not post this information online because I do feel that it, like, you know, Jessica Brody wrote this and I don't really want to be posting information online, but I'm sure some people have. However, you're not going to get the, you're not going to get as much out of it, because with this book, like, for example, here's the debate chapter. So not only does the author break stories down into beats, but then she actually has a chapter dedicated to every single beat to teach you more about it. And then she also has some popular novels in here that she breaks down and does entire beat sheets for. So you can kind of see how it works with a story that you've probably read. So I would just recommend picking it up. Honestly, it's so helpful. Let's see. All right, bye, Darren. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Do you like Pikachu? I love Pikachu. I love all Pokemon. I have a Pikachu hoodie that I wore in a live stream like 2 years ago. Bandy says, what is your opinion on writing first person? It's my favorite way to write. It's my favorite point of view to write. I wrote Song of the Dryad in third person, and I really, really struggled with Charlotte and with her voice in third person. And then with Pistol Daisy, it's first person point of view from Daisy's point of view. And even though Daisy is completely different from me, like, our personalities are not similar at all, we would not get along. Even though we're that different, I find Daisy much easier to write because I'm writing in first person and I am so deep within her head. And I'm truly seeing the world through her eyes. And I think that's much easier personally for me to do with first person than it is with third person. So I definitely prefer first person point of view. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is awesome. So Melanie says, what do the different colored sticky notes mean if your outline is one the story beat and the others are the individual scenes? So I think you're referring to this back here. Ta-da! And you're absolutely right. So the blue sticky notes are the main beats that I'm trying to hit. And then all the pink sticky notes that are stacked under it aren't so much scenes. Some of them are scenes, but it's mostly just ideas and feelings and things that I need to achieve within that overarching beat. So that's how I did it. I just broke it down in 2 different colors. You could probably break it down into even more. You could do like one color for the beat, one color for the scenes, and then maybe another color for additional details, ideas, questions to ask yourself, stuff like that. Let's see. There's a lot of questions, so I'm going to try to choose one here. Oh, that's awesome. Cecily, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy Charlotte's cozy fairy story. I thought I saw, Shelby, that's such a good question. And so you're asking, how do you market yourself as an author if you write within many different genres? I'm writing both fantasy and contemporary, and I have no idea how to potentially market myself. So I'm new to this because, and I had an entire video where I did a pros and cons list about, like, should I write under a pen name for Pistol Daisy? Because it's like a Western action adventure and it's not the fantasy that I typically write in. Personally, I decided, excuse me, I need to drink some coffee. 1 second. I personally decided to write under one name because people know me as, you know, Natalia Leigh. I'm here on YouTube. I have my Instagram, so I personally did not want to start another pen name, but that's something you could do if you want to. I know that many indie authors have success writing in different genres with different pen names, because then you don't really muddy the waters, I guess you could say. So I'm not sure if I've made the best decision. I'll tell you that honestly. I don't know if, just writing under one name is the best thing to do. But personally, I feel that, people know me. You guys know me here on YouTube. So rather than, starting a brand new pen name that nobody knows and nobody's going to read, I decided to just do it all on one platform. So unfortunately, I don't have very many tips for that because I'm new to it and I'm going to be learning along the way. But hopefully here in like a year, I will have more tips for you. So thank you for that question, Shelby. All right, let's chat for like 3 more minutes and then let's do one more sprint and then we'll call it good for the day. Coffee is life. I agree. Yeah, Bethany. That was definitely part of what made me decide to just stick with my social media platforms. I barely have enough energy to maintain my Instagram as is. There is no way I could start another website, a Twitter, an Instagram for like a whole other name. I would never update it. I would never keep up with it. So that's one of the reasons that I decided not to. Let's see. I have to scroll back here a little bit to find the rest of your comments. Okay, hi Megan. So I'll answer this question and then we can go into another sprint. How's your publishing business coming along? Very, very well. Enchanted Ink Publishing is my full-time business now. I am a full-time editor, which feels absolutely amazing, and I am so, so grateful. And like I mentioned earlier in the stream, we have also expanded into formatting, and I'm looking into hiring a cover designer. I would bring them on as a contract worker, and they would work, kind of maybe even exclusively with Enchanted Ink Publishing to design book covers for you guys. So I'm in the process of expanding Enchanted Ink. It's going incredibly well. I love it. It's like dream job for me. So thank you. I've seen a few clients here in the chat box. So you know who you are. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. You guys are the best. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and jump into another stream. So let me know how long you want to go for. I think 20 or 25 minutes would be good. Keep in mind, this will be the last one of the day. I have to go out into the scary world and do errands, so I want to get that done early today. In the meantime, Wordsfall says, do you have a Scrivener video? I do. It's years old now. I filmed it like before I was even living in this house, but I do have a basic Scrivener tutorial that you can check out on my channel. Unfortunately, I can't link it anywhere, but I do have one. All right, 25, 20, 25. Juanita says, oops, clicked on the wrong one. Let me go back up. What genre do you edit? So if you're looking for like a manuscript critique or more of a content/developmental edit, we would have to talk about that because I prefer to only content edit stories that I'm very comfortable with in terms of genre. But if you are looking for a copy edit or a proofread, I can edit anything and everything because copy editing is very different from content editing. So like I said, for copy editing, everything. For more developmental editing, I have a little bit more of a limited genre range, but we could talk about that if you're interested. All right, let's see. Goodbye, writing bricks. I will be safe out there in the world, I promise. Yep, yeah, we only go out on Sundays. We'll go out Sunday morning just to get like necessary errands done, and then I stay in the house the rest of the time. So I think let's go ahead and do, let's see. There's a lot of numbers coming through. I've seen a lot of 25s, so if it's good with you guys, I think I'd like to do 25 again. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in on my phone. There's another question here from JC Carpenter. What genres will Enchanted Ink be publishing? So if you guys didn't know, I eventually want Enchanted Ink Publishing to be a full service kind of publishing house. I want to both assist indie authors with editing, cover design, and formatting, and like marketing, and then also be publishing books at the same time. However, I'm not ready for that at this point. So I don't know what kind of books Enchanted Ink will be publishing, probably young adult, new adult within multiple different genres, but I'm not sure because I haven't really taken the leap into that yet. But that is my like hope and dream for the future, is for Enchanted Ink Publishing to become everything. You can publish your books through us. You know, you can get indie author services and publish on your own, whatever floats your boat. All right, are you guys ready? Here we go. We're going to do another 25 minutes and then wrap it up for the day. So write your little hearts out. Here we go. What's wrong? Oh, I'm not muted. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right, everybody. Time is up. That was our last sprint of the day. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I am so glad we did this live stream today. I came into this live stream feeling like intimidated by my outline, not really being sure what I was going to do, but I feel like I'm on a roll. And I'm asking myself good questions, and I'm asking questions about my character arcs, and I'm feeling pretty excited about it. So I'm really glad we did this today. So how are you guys feeling? How many words did you write? What did you get done? Were you productive? Were you distracted? Oh, and thank you everybody for telling me that I wasn't muted. Hopefully we caught it early enough that I won't get a copyright strike on this video, because that's never fun. Ooh, this is exciting. K.A. Weaver just figured out the midpoint of my story. I'm actually working on midpoint as well. I was just working on that actually when the timer went off. Oh, wow, 992 words. We have 398, 168. I was struggling with that one. I feel you, Shelby. You can't write like a million words every single time. Sometimes you do have to slow down and think through things and struggle. That's just part of the writing process. Allison finished a scene. April, where did your comment go? 500 exactly. I did get distracted by the internet story of my life. I know, right? Right now, I want to get distracted by Sims, but I can't. Have to stay focused. I'm so thankful for the live stream. It's so helpful. Oh, good, Nina. I'm glad that you were able to join us today. Thank you to everybody who's here. It's pretty exciting. At one point, we had like 180 people here writing together. So I think that's phenomenal. That's one of my favorite things about NaNoWriMo and Camp NaNoWriMo is that we're all just writing and, you know, being creative and working at the same time. So thank you, everybody who's here. Let's see. Ooh, this is good. 801 for the stream. That's really good. 428. Fixing of errors. Yeah, see, that's the great thing about these sprints is that Tori watched 25 minutes of Game of Thrones. I'd say that's productive. I love Game of Thrones. I was feeling the exact same way. I was not feeling confident. I was not feeling excited. But now that I sat down and I made myself focus and I made myself go through my book and start like just writing things down. When I'm stuck, I need to just write things down, start getting my ideas out. I'm feeling so much better. And Neil just said, I watched you concentrate so hard. Well, hopefully that encourages you to be productive as well, Neil, whatever works. That's awesome, Allison. We have 1,267. That's fantastic. Dang, 5,458 for camp. That's awesome. Yeah, so we are, what, 5 days, 6 days into camp? What is today? 5 days into camp. I forgot what day it is. So yeah, I'll probably be on for just a few more minutes. So if you guys have any final like questions that you want me to answer before I go, please let me know. And if not, I'll be wrapping it up. So type your final questions into the chat box if you have them. And also, I have another live stream coming up. Let me put it in the little banner here. I'm going to hide that. There we go. Yep, perfect. So if you guys want to join me for another live stream, my next one is April 14th, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and that will be with Mandy Lynn and Brooke Passmore here on my channel. So that'll be the next one that I am streaming. Let's see, I think a few questions came in. Let's see. Do you know of any more live streams for today? Personally, I do not. I did not make a list, unfortunately, so I don't know if other people are live streaming. Let's see. A Bookish Eve asks, I realize there are certain parts that might need other main characters' POV. Would it be bad to add in another POV when I have one? To tell you the truth, I have never written a multi-POV novel, so I'm not really sure how to give you tips on that. I'm not sure, when another POV becomes necessary. So maybe there are some other people in the chat. I know that there's at least one person here in the chat right now that has experience writing multi-POV, but unfortunately I just do not. So I'm not probably the best one to ask about that. Let's see. Saw a few more up here that I wanted to answer. Are you hoping to have employees for Enchanted Ink, or will you do it all yourself? That's a great question. So I don't plan on hiring like a full employee, but I do plan on hiring contract workers. I have a lot of editing work right now, and I'm booking up very quickly. So it's my hope to bring on an assistant editor at some point, probably here within the next couple of months. I've already started looking into, how I would do that and contracts and stuff. So I do want to hire an assistant editor, and I would also like to hire kind of a full-time cover designer. And then, like I said, we're also doing formatting, and then I would be handling the bulk of the editing, and then I would just have an assistant helping me out with it. So I do want to bring people onto Enchanted Ink, just not as like employees. They would be contract workers instead. Bandy says, as an animal lover, does that interest reflect in your books? Absolutely, 100%. In Song of the Dryad, I didn't mean for this to happen, but Charlotte ended up being very much like me. So my kind of opinions and thoughts on animals and animal welfare was definitely kind of communicated in that book. Pistol Daisy has been a little bit more difficult because Daisy lives in 1880 in the Wild West, and she is, of course, kind to animals always. I will never write like a character who is unkind to animals, but she also interacts with them in a very different way than I do. So it has been kind of stepping outside my comfort zone and learning how to write a character who is so different from me. So I would say that it reflects in my books, but I'm trying to step outside the comfort zone to write other characters more authentically, I guess you could say. Let's see. So many good ones. I'm going to read through all the questions and then answer probably one or two more, and then I will let you guys go along with your day. Here's a really great question. Allison says, aren't you scared readers will find Pistol Daisy too short because it's only 40,000 words? Personally, I'm not worried about that because with indie publishing, I feel like you can get away with shorter books. In traditional publishing, this would never happen. But also in traditional publishing, it's a little bit more rare to see long series. Of course, we have series like, Throne of Glass, which has a ton of books. So it does sometimes happen in traditional. But in terms of indie, I'm not really nervous about it being too short. It does move quickly. It's a full story, but it's also going to be a little bit cheaper. It's not going to be as expensive as some other novels because when it comes to the paperback, it's physically a smaller book. So it will be a little bit more affordable. And I think that's always a good thing. People always like being able to get, a good book at a cheaper price. And my hope is to get Whiskey City out within the few months kind of after the June release. So with quick release, I'm doing like a slow quick release. I think that'll help as well because people will be able to read through Pistol Daisy very quickly. It moves fast. It's a short story, and then they can jump right into Whiskey City, which is going to be a slightly longer story. So I'm not really scared of it. But again, if it was traditional publishing, this would never, ever fly. Let's see. I think there was one other question. That I wanted to answer. I can't find it. Sorry, guys. There's so many questions come in. All right, this is going to be the last one. What are the best resources for researching publishing options? Honestly, I would say YouTube, because with the way AuthorTube has grown, there are both indie published authors on our platform, there are traditionally published authors on our platform, and then there are writers who are aspiring to become published authors in, both traditional and self-pub or indie pub. So if you're here on, YouTube and you're following all these different people, you can really get opinions from everybody, and through that, you can decide what's best for you. I personally love self-publishing. I would be very open to traditional publishing and, being like a hybrid author if the right book came along for that. Like I said, with Allison's question, Pistol Daisy is not that series. It is not an appropriate series for traditional publishing because of the way that I'm writing it, structuring it. So that is definitely more self-pub. But if you are not sure if you want to go traditional or self or indie, just branch out, kind of connect with different people on this platform, because there are so many people on AuthorTube. I don't know what's going on out in the kitchen. Everybody has different experiences, so that would just be my recommendation. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I hope Camp NaNoWriMo is going well. I hope you and your loved ones are staying safe and healthy during this crazy ass time and everything that's going on out there in the world. I'm going to head out. I need to run errands, unfortunately. So I'm going to go do that. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I do hope to see you back here on my channel, April 14th, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And I'm not sure what time that is for you. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.